because the forest they will not get the clearance. So they are operating on the basis of application. So we have taken the point of view that forest clearance is required in 2007. Shah Commission says no. Shah Commission says forest clearance was required in 1987. The Forest Conservation Act has come into force in 1980. In 1987 you renewed these leases. Did you know that these required forest clearances? You say they require because you have given the forest clearances in 2005 and 2006. You had to have given them in 1987, and therefore all those renewals are also banned in law. So all the forest clearances are thrown out. All the applications made for renewal in 1987 are thrown out. And I don't know of any single fig leaf that is left to cover any mine in the state of Goa. There is total devastation. That is why, the devastation which they wreaked upon the environment of Goa has now been visited on them. And this is the beginning. Please let me remind you that this is the beginning. Because this is Justice Shah, who did not care even for God, because he is a Jain, he is an atheist, he doesn't believe in God. He believes only in consequences. In the Jain tradition, consequences are most important, that is the karma. You have accumulated good karma, you are liberated. If you have accumulated bad karma, it's your problem. Now what he says is, he said, see, there are two consequences. One is, what is the amount you have earned from this activity which was illegal for the last 6 years? What is the amount? Now, for example, we know that in the year 2010-2011, total export of ore from Goa was 54 million tons. The value of it was 22,000 crores. Value of it in 1 year was 22,000 crores. Earlier it would have been a little bit less because the value of the ore was a little bit less and so on. So you calculate at even, you take the least, you take 10,000 crores per year. 10,000 crores per year that they made. 10,000 crores per year over 6 years would come to 60,000 crores. Shah Commission says, I don't care. Tells the state government and the central government, tell them to return the 60,000 crores. As I said, he doesn't care enough. He says you tell them to do and take it all back from them with penalties.
Yes.
With penalties, take it back. This is what is in terms of. This is only in terms of the cash. The cash which you have put into your pocket, into Siddhartha Goa Hotel, because you cannot run it decently and you can't employ good people there. All those types of cash which you have got, Mr. Anil Agarwal has got, Vedanta has got, Cesar Goa, all these fellows have got. This he says, now tell them, tickle them a little bit so that they vomit all the cash out. This is one straight recommendation, and this is the recommendation which has been accepted by the Supreme Court in Bellal. So don't think it's exceptional. Normal thing. I go and steal your gold chain, which doesn't belong to you, it belongs to me. You found that you have stolen my gold chain, you return my gold chain. That's all. And since it's a criminal offence, you get bamboo also. You are told that the penalties are. Penalties will be cash penalties. The second consequence is criminal prosecution. Now, do you think state government will prosecute anybody? There is no chance.
They are their backbones.
Yes. So there is no chance that they will be prosecuting anybody. If they do prosecute, they will file the charges and then they will pay the lawyers to see that nothing works in the court. Because how many lawyers are employed as retainers by the mining lobby? It is so totally scandalous. You see how many lawyers are employed. Every time we stand up in court, we have one lawyer on one side, there are 15-20 lawyers on the other side. And lawyers have made everything. All the advocate general are in the, completely behind the mining lobby. Whatever. The Subodh Kanta would only get up and speak the truth by accident when it came to representing the case of mining lobby. And do you think that there is any change after the new advocate general? He was representing Vedanta. There is no change whatsoever. Every case, even where he is not connected by government, has to shut his mouth, he will get up and say, sorry, this petition can be disposed of, all the reliefs are made, this is done, that is done, whatever it is. You have seen, we are in a court every day. You all don't come to court every day. One day you should come to court when a mining case is coming on and see how the Advocate General functions, how all the members of the bar function. Should come and see. It is almost as though the entire bar association is owned by the Goa Mineral Ore Exporters Association. So very sorry state of affairs. I am not saying all the lawyers are like this. There are many young lawyers who are trying to make a difference in Goa. But otherwise, the situation is extremely serious. So forget about who will do it. This group should sit together and proceed on the prosecution. Don't wait for the government. Anybody can take the file of Justice Shah Commission and file an FIR wherever he wants in whichever court, and if the police don't register it as an FIR, you go to the next magistrate, whatever session judge or whatever it is, and get the police to register it as an FIR. Name all the parties. You put there Digambar, Kamat, whatever it is, Mr. Bindi and Mr. Arvind Lodenkar and all the members of the Pollution Control Board, everybody you put, and then you put some other unknown person. So when the other names come, you keep putting them also. But do it. Do it. We, groups like us with a little bit of experience, we will follow it in the appropriate forum. But I am saying don't wait. File those cases because it's necessary to see, because any private citizen can file a criminal prosecution case when so much of grand public larceny is been involved. Now, I thought it was some 1,000 crores. Mr. Parikar said it was 3,500 crores. 3,500 crores. Despite the fact that after he was 5 months Chief Minister, he did nothing about recovering the 3,500 crores. But Justice James puts it in the region of more than 35,000 crores. 35,000 crores is probably 7 to 8 times the Goa budget. Goa budget. This Lakshmi Ladli scheme they are fighting about, they can give every family in Goa 1 lakh every month.
Ladli family.
1 lakh, I think Rajendra Kapotkar is here. He says he has worked out the figures. He says in some cases they can give 3.5 lakhs for family per month. No, Goa needs to work at it.
Where I am staying in Honda, government is paying 3,000 per month for every house.
That is because they have to eat the mud. Dhool khatat muntat, no? They say we have to eat dust. So we will not eat it because see, people have realized that pollution control board is not going to help. So what do? They come to a deal. I have seen all these deals. I have got them in our office. Those who are by the side of the road will sign a deal for 5,000 rupees. Those who are next to it will file for 4,000 rupees. Beyond that, it will be 3,500 rupees. In the case of Digas, Panchavadi and so on, I have got the contracts with you. Ordinary poor people who have to eat dust every day, they have made a deal with the company saying that, mark the letter, whatever it is, we will swallow the dust, but at least you see that we are compensated when we are swallowing the dust. They are taking it. Yeah, they are taking it, and I tell them take it. I just don't say take it and go and file also in the High Court. I say no problem, because they are taking it for whatever compensation damage they have done to you in the past. They cannot go on doing it for the next generation also. And you cannot, the parents cannot barter away the right to help of the next generation. They can do it for themselves, not for the next generation. So people have made their peace. They are getting something. Come back to the criminal prosecution. The criminal prosecution, I was amazed. I did not expect Justice Shah.